Board Game Geek has long been a woke, massive problem for the board game industry. If you don't align with all of their political crap, they will actually remove your account. You'll lose your board game tracking, all the stuff that the board game site is actually supposed to do. It will not perform its functions because they care more about the politics than they do about the board games. And we have an interesting topic today where they're actually deleting threads, deleting discussions of a game in order to try to suppress a game, it looks like, because it has Christian themes to it. So it's gone further now. Board Game Geek hates Christians actively, and we're going to show you exactly why. Now, I am a very prominent Christian in the board game spaces, and of course, I've been banned from Board Game Geek. I got banned 2+ years ago because I started talking about Ant Lab games and defending those very nice people from attacks on there on a thread. They banned me just for one post defending their wonderful YouTube channel. They're now Board Game Nexus. I think they're great people. They're trying to make a Board Game Geek, and I'm actually supporting that site. It's called the Board Game Nexus also. So go check that out. It is a good alternative to the website. All right, we'll get into this in just a second. My name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator, and I'm making my own books. I'll eventually be making my own games based on my properties here. We're working on it. It's slow rolling on this kind of thing, guys. But for now, we do have Flying Sparks, which is the end of our wonderful, wonderful comic book storylines. If you like superhero action adventure, good stuff like they used to make but don't do anymore in these woke companies like Marvel and DC, please check this out. Support the channel. Go to the link in the description below and pick up this book. I promise you it's a wonderful, wonderful book with great art by a great guy. And so I would love for you to read this and enjoy good content. All right, here it is. This comes from the Injustice Gamer. There's a wonderful blog that's been up for a long time and a great, really thoughtful person who has been reporting on mostly, I'd say, RPGs and things like that over the years. But today, he's reporting on what's happening on Board Game Geek, which is called "Is Faith Now Controversial in Board Games, or is it just Christianity?" And I could answer the question for him right away. It is just Christianity. If this was a Jewish themed game or an Islamic themed game, where they'd be golf clapping for it, because that's exactly how it works with these woke crazies around there. So here it is. Jerusalem Anno Domini is soon to be released from Devir. The theme, getting your people closer to the disciples and Jesus at the Last Supper. Pretty cool theme. Now, one might think non-Christians would either, 1, treat it as fiction and enjoy the game anyway, or 2, ignore it. Nope. So Board Game Geek had a now locked thread. A diplomat, and that's somebody who is somebody who's like really working towards board gaming, whatever, in theory. And quote, Chaplin complained about serious errors. The original post has now been deleted. It's quoted the whole first remaining post. Most of the comments also have been deleted. So this is the problem we've got right here. The original post on this game were deleted. The thread is actually locked and closed. Original post to this is deleted, even though it is quoted right here. You can see it right here. They censored people discussing the historical accuracy of this game. So here it is. I'm sure the author's intentions were well meant. Jesus was not going to Jerusalem to celebrate Easter. So they labeled it Easter instead of Passover just by mistake. No Easter existed yet. Jesus was going to Jerusalem to observe Passover, as I said. And so here it is. So basically, they just made a couple nomenclature errors, I guess, on the game. Even though it is, not a big deal there. So this is pretty good correction, actually. Somebody, probably should have caught this on the game to begin with, and it's a good thought to be able to talk about this. There should be no reason that this is controversial to talk about this. And here it is. Almost all these behind him were not his followers, nor apostles, nor disciples due to Jesus' proposed radical changes. The inflammatory changes seriously angered almost all of the Jews. And so here he talks about the historical accuracy of Jesus's journey and passion here. Good stuff right here. So it's a good discussion originally. And here it is. You're correct about the historical points. The way they're using Last Supper does not mean the public was calling it at the time. They said the Last Supper will soon be celebrated. And so here we go. And now there's some arguments on it, but a bunch of it was deleted, as mentioned. A bunch of comments were deleted. Here it is. And they're having problems with this over on Board Game Geek for talking about historical accuracy of Jesus. Now, the game designer came here and said the mistake has been corrected. Thank you for your feedback. That's actually, I love this. Now, by the way, companies who produce media and all that, if you get a mistake or whatever, people have sent me typos in my books and things like that. You say, thank you very much. I'll fix those right away. I really appreciate you giving me this. And that's it. And this is exactly how customer service should handle things. I really appreciate this from the game developers. Really cool of them. Now they start talking about, of course, like what the truth is on this. But here it is. A bunch of comments have been deleted. The original post has been deleted also. And there's infuriated gamers. Here we are, because, how dare you actually have a theme about Jesus Christ? And this is what happens here. So it is all deleted because people can't accept the fact that Jesus Christ was real and that he is the Lord and Savior of humanity. So here it is. It used to be that the mods would simply move this post to an RSP forum, let the discussion continue. That is how it used to be. Someone went crying to the mods when another user, a longstanding, pointed out the errors of the original point, such as Peter proclaiming Jesus as Messiah in Matthew 16, John 1. Other flaws included conflating the Dead Sea Scrolls with the New Testament contemporary literature. So there was some historical accuracies in the game. Another guest at the OP who bragged about speaking 11 languages and appointed diplomat, blah, 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 did not expect to be on the losing side of the argument, nor did they expect pushback from the form of BGG with its focus on inclusion and diversity. So the guy actually just pointed out historical inaccuracies, right? And because he did that, he then got attacked. So, well, done right, he still had to follow the TOS, which Christians did not violate. Deleting sure looks like they trying to claim victory or victimhood every single time. This is what SJWs do. Just because Jesus is being mentioned in a historical context, again, they are pushing to censor this game and actually people talking about the game just because of Jesus. That's it. That's what we got on Board Game Geek now. That nothing was done from what we could see that was any name calling or anything like that. This is Board Game Geek actively censoring Christians. Again, this is par for the course. If you're new to seeing this stuff for Board Game Geek, anybody who's on the Christian conservative side of any issue always gets attacked, always gets banned, always gets posts removed. This happens 100% of the time, guys. So this is not new. At any rate, I've been interested in this game, and we'll be digging into it after release, and that's it. And I'll make a post about it. So here it is, right here. The thread's locked. Posts have been deleted, everybody. And Board Game Geek is censoring discussion of a Christian-themed game. This is wild. I don't know what they're thinking on this. It's a board game. This is a site that's supposed to be designed to discuss and talk about board games. Why aren't you just letting people do that? I can't answer that. These people are absolutely crazy. Board Game Geek is a terrible, terrible website, and they've done terrible, terrible things to board gamers over the last couple years in the name of diversity every single time. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. And here is Flying Sparks, my book, which has no diversity. So go to the link in the description below and check that out. I appreciate you guys. See you.